Alright, Riolu's XD race is back, ladies and gentlemen. We are kicking off season number 2 with the first race here. We are having the same format as always, but we have a new twist that is being added to the XD race, and this time around we're gonna have the allowance of TrackMania United vehicles for the maps. So now the chance to have a completely new mashup of cars and environments is just so much higher, because now we have 10 available cars that could pop up instead of just 4 like in Season 1. So that is going to be the major twist of Season 2. Other than that, we still have the same rules. We're going to play 4 maps with, a length of 6 minutes plus. The maps are unknown, and depending on your position at the end of the day, you will be granted points. The player with the most points will win and will get the points for the season ranking. We're going to start here on the first map. It is going to be Bobsleigh by Fabian Shane. It is a very, very interesting track right here with a very, very cool beginning. So we are going to dive straight into it. We're going to start it off here. Race number 1. Who will be victorious here on the first one? Let's take a look here. Everyone is to a good start. We have no red times, no anything. So actually a pretty good start here into the server. And we're currently following Panimule, who is off to a very, very good start here, actually. Going through the bobsleigh right here, where you really want to make sure that you do not flip over, that you manage your speed, especially over those hills. So keeping the momentum up high is very, very important here through the bobsleigh part. And it looks like the majority of the players have survived it just properly. With Dexter being in the lead right now, Dexter has done it phenomenally. Just like Nico, Turbo, Dog, Taxon, Taxonson, Mikey, Voyager, Xerex, Nebo, Hannah Song, Meep12, TMUF, Shorty, Eternity, Hot Dog, and so on and so on. So we have, quite a long map here. And right now, we are approaching a full speed section, and we have Eternity with a full stop into the pillar. So he is going to lose out on a lot of positions here on the full speed part, where keeping momentum up high is very, very important, and Eternity just got rid of all of that momentum basically. So he needs to reset right there. A little bit of a time loss right there for him. Following Wildfee, who was one of the mappers in Season 1, and he yeets out of the loopy. That is not that great. So let's switch to someone else. For example, Detlef D. Zost, whoever that is. It is Yuke. Detlef D. Zost. Ah, a little mistake right there. But he's only going to get overtaken by 2 people. By Ansgar and by Meeb. Meeb, of course, known for being one of the very best Canyon players right now. And also here in Stadium, he's looking pretty good right now, actually fighting it out here with a bunch of people. Now on the grass bar. Ah, Detlef going a little bit onto the grass right there. So a little bit of time loss right there for him. Gets passed by Danik B. So Danik B here on a little roll, going up to position number 7. Ooh, that was Nico, I think, who just flew out of the track right there. Dexter's doing pretty good. He is on first place, 1.2 seconds ahead of Taxon. Ooh, Taxon with a wall bang just in front of the looping. That is not the greatest idea there for him, but he's still going to stay there on second place. He's going to be followed by Bresso, who is, however, doing a little wall touch. So small time loss right there for Bresso. Voyager going up to third place instead. Table coming dangerously close now to them as well. Danik B now up to P6. And one name that I am missing is Lars. Where is Lars? Lars is on position 19 right now. Looks like he is on, 18th place for Lars. So Season 1 victorious player. Lars has won Season 1 with an absolute blast. He is finding himself on position number 18. A very, very bad start for him. So he must have struggled a lot with the first 3 minutes of the track. Maybe the bobsleigh really didn't work out in his favor. But Lars right now really needs to hope for a bunch of mistakes from the players in front of him. Otherwise, this race is almost going to be lost already. The lead still remains the same. Taxon has actually come a little closer, and Dexter went wrong. Dexter went wrong, and Taxon will take over the lead right now. So Taxon now up to first place, Voyager second, and Bresso third. So that was Dexter who went for a detour right there. Took, one extra route, which is of course not very good. Ooh, Bresso struggling a little bit. So we have a little bit of a balance part coming up now. This is a very, very tight section where you really want to make sure not to fly out. However, there's a lot of checkpoints that you can take. So if you fly out, you're not going to lose out on a lot of time. And the battle for first is actually really, really insane. Taxon and Voyager neck to neck right now, coming towards the next part of the track, which is a little bit of speed tech. Couple of drifts here to the left and to the right. Voyager now not really getting the greatest speed right here. So it will be Taxon extending his lead by 0.6 of a second. And also this drift was not really done very well. So also Table will come a little bit closer right here, going onto the sculpture now. He gets it very, very well. Table now also trying to join in the fight together with Bresso. And Dexter has sadly dropped down to P5 after that mistake on the grass part. Marius on a solid, what is that, 8th place. Mario is also someone that can do a lot of damage. However, now he is actually getting overtaken by Eden Turbo, who does a wallbang, and he completely flips, but he was able to get the checkpoints. So Turbo will be able to continue his journey. Hannah Song there with low speed, losing out on a couple of places. And Dexter in the meantime is trying to make up for his mistake. But Taxon is already quite far ahead. Bresso on second now. We have lost Voyager, who now dropped down multiple positions. Even dropped down behind Turbo here, going up the long platform part. So Voyager also with quite a big time loss here, unfortunately. And Taxon is on his way to perhaps win the very first map of Season 2 right here. We have roughly 1.5 minutes left here on the track, and Taxon is looking phenomenally right here. We're coming onto the next grass section right here with the Magneto. You can see the big-ass magnet that is gonna tell you to prepare for a magnet section. And Taxon is doing this part very, very well. So he will extend his lead 2.5 seconds ahead now. And Lars, in the meantime, has moved up to P14, which is going to be a little bit of an extra bonus points here for him. But a 14th place is certainly not what Lars wants here in order to take home the victory in the first race. Let's go a little further down the field. Maybe spectate a couple of people that I have not seen. For example, Macro from France, who is right now fighting it out here with a couple of others. He is on position number... Didn't tell me here on the checkpoint. I hope the server didn't lag out. But it certainly didn't, since I see the CPs from the others. So the positions here have remained roughly untouched. We see Dexter coming a little bit closer. And the winner is going to be Taxon. Taxon wins in front of Bresso. Danik B on 3rd, Table on 4th, Dexter on 6th, Dexter on 5th. Detlef D. Zost, aka Yukemaster on P6. Marius on 7, Turbo on 8, Voyager on 9, Shorty on 10. Then we have Ansgar, Hannah Song, Lars, Meeb, Nod. And the rest of the positions are going to be here in the chat. We have Hazard, Minato, Ice, Roland, Quentin, TMUF, Piotrunio, Xerex. Maybe I'm going to put the camera here onto the finish so we can see everyone finishing. I derped out a little bit. I actually expected the race to be a little bit longer. But Taxon beat the author time by 16 seconds in his first try. I certainly didn't expect that. So a great start here for Taxon-son, who gets himself 77 points, 78, 79. The points will of course adjust here the more players are finishing. So very, very good stuff here for Taxon, who also placed very well in the total season ranking in Season 1. Here we see Tom now finishing in front of Skipper. Then we have Hype, Ender, and Thor coming up on the next positions. Alright. Next one, Griveline from France. He's going to take the next position here. Very well done. Looks like we're going to have most people finishing. Many people already in the last sector. Coming up right here, we have Victor, we have Broccoli, Oris, Vinny XXL, Snowman, and also Panimiul is closing in to the finish line. Oh, Panimiul! What is he doing? He was derping around. He's standing still. We see Unun also still playing, Lex and Menelvin. Even though I'm not sure what's up with Menelvin, he's just standing there still at the start. So that's going to be a DNF for him. Drimkin and Racekatze also playing. And I'm pretty sure they will be able to reach the finish line as well. Drimkin had a little bit of a late start. I saw he joined a little bit later. So hopefully he will be able to reach the finish line. Let's take a look at him here. Drimkin, who also resubbed earlier, by the way, with Twitch Prime. Thank you very much, Drimkin. I hope you're going to reach the finish line. But yeah, looks like we are off to a very smooth start. No server issues, no red times, no one complaining about a lot of lag. So I think we can actually continue this, which is great, because we have had a lot of issues with the XD race, many server issues, and finally we are on the way to resolving them all, which is great. Here we see Lex. He's definitely going to be able to finish. He's taking it easy, and he's coming closer to the finish. So Lex Smurf will reach the finish line here. He is on 68th place, so he's going to miss position number 69. There he goes, Lex finishing. Very well done. Racekatze is still on the track. Maybe she is going to be taking 69th. Not sure where Drimkin is. Drimkin might be a little further ahead. I'm not quite sure here on the track, actually. Let's take a look here. Yeah, Drimkin seems to be a little further ahead by the looks of it. So Drimkin will take position number 69. So here we have Drimkin, ladies and gentlemen. He's gonna take 69th place. Amazing. Oh, should I kick Human Elven? Yeah, I can do that. Why though? Are you DC'd? Kick. Sure. So we have Racekatze left, and I don't think she's gonna make it here. Racekatze most likely gonna die in the last couple of seconds. That's an F. That's an F for Racekatze. Ah! Unlucky. That is unlucky. Racekatze not able to reach the finish line. That is unfortunate. So, we're gonna go on to the next map right here, ladies and gentlemen. It is gonna be a valley map, but it is not gonna be a valley car. You're gonna... Wait. That is not the map. Map not compatible. Nah, that can't be. Let's, let's see if the next one works. This one works, okay. So, this one works, but the snow has melted, is being skipped for some reason. That's odd. That's really odd. Oh well. Let's see what we're gonna do about this. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna replace it with another map. But what I need to do is that I will have to put one extra map here, if that's possible. Because otherwise we're screwed. How can I set the amount of maps in this? Is that possible? Rounds per map? No, this is not it. Tie break? No. Page 1 near the bottom. Ah, yeah, here. Gonna put it on 5 because now that I skipped one map, gonna make sure that I put one extra map. Otherwise, the script is gonna close one map earlier, basically. So, yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna go with the flow here. The race is gonna continue. We're gonna have the next map, which is not gonna be The Snow Has Melted, but it's gonna be Tenjiku Ronin by Butifara, which is a lagoon car on Valley map. So this one's gonna be a little bit of an extra difficulty spice, I would say. This is definitely not an easy map, but it is a very, very good one as well, since I believe the lagoon car fits pretty damn well to the Valley environment, if the map is built properly, of course. So we're gonna have this one being our second map in this race, and I am very looking forward to seeing this one being driven by all of the players. It is a map by Butifara, who also built the Canyon map for Season 1's season final. And we are gonna kick it off right here with the first couple of corners right here. So the score here as follows: Taxon is leading over Bresso, Danik B, Table, Dexter, Detlef, D, Zost, Marius, Turbo, Voyager, and Shorty. So that's going to be our top 10, and we're currently following Danik B, who is right now in 3rd place. One of our champions in the TrackMania Grand League right now. He is trying to keep himself on the track right here. It is, of course, a pretty difficult environment mix to go for. And here we have Danik B with a humongous mistake already early on in the castle entry. Fabian almost doing the same mistake here as well. So, yeah, not the easiest track. You will have to have a lot of very fast reflexes, because this car is very, very difficult to handle. The speed is pretty massive, and you need to handle all of the grip changes and the elevation changes and everything. Like all of the snaps that you have with the Lagoon car. Very, very difficult. But I think this map is still of pretty moderate difficulty. So let's see what the players are going to go for here. Pietrunio is leading over Voyager, Bresso, Quentin, Black Dark Table. So a lot of players here in the top 16. Taxon, who is a self-proclaimed Lagoon professional player, right now on position number 12 with a little wall touch in front of the looping. So that's going to be a little bit of a time loss here for him. But there's still a lot of track left to be played. Alter time is 6 minutes and a half, so anyone can take home the cake here. Let's take a look at Lars. Right now, he is only on 13th place with 63 points. So it is going to be very, very difficult for him to even get close to the top in the total standings, because one bad map is going to make it, like, mathematically very difficult to catch up to the leaders. But Lars is actually trying his best, and he did go for some overtakes here on the grass. So great stuff here by Lars. He really wants to push it. He really wants to get those points. Oh, a little mistake right there by Lars. Steered a bit too late into the tunnel. So Lars will get overtaken and drops down to 11th place here. So he needs to do some catch-up work again. Hype actually right behind. Hype actually doing really, really well here on this track. Unbelievable here by Hype. I am honestly surprised to see Hype here on position number 11. Very, very well driven here. Position 10 even for Hype. He is just moving forward and forward. He is definitely on a roll. Hype is actually keeping up with all of the professional players here. Oh, but there goes the mistake. Hype into the checkpoint, and that is going to cost him many, many positions. From 10th place, Hype is now going to drop down to something like 15th or so. 17th place. Unlucky for Hype. But yeah, let's see how it's going to go here for him. Turbo. A good 8th place on the stadium map. Now, however, he is struggling a lot with the Lagoon car. He's maybe not very familiar with the Envy Mix here. Only a 45th place right now. 21 seconds behind the leader, with Pietrunio from Poland doing a really, really good job right here. He is a very experienced Lagoon player as well, and also does a lot of Envy Mix stuff. So not really surprised to see him up front, together with Bresso, also one of the best Lagoon hunters right now. Quentin on position 3 is certainly a good surprise, because he barely plays any Lagoon. So Quentin definitely shining through with pathfinding skills and map reading skills, which is a very, very good skill to have for this format. Hazard in a fight here with Voyager, the two Scandinavians. Denmark versus Norway here on the grass part. Oh, Quentin! Full stop into the checkpoint. Lucky that he was able to continue right away, but he will get passed by Lars, Nixotica, and Taxonson, and also Scaffan. Scaffan here off to a pretty good position right here on this track. He is on P8. Not sure where he is on the total scoreboard. Maybe I can find him. Let's take a look. He is on 47th, so this would be a great point gain for one of the only Croatian TM2 players. So, very well done here for Scafan. Ceres struggling a little bit with the tunnel entry, but he survives. Let's take a look at Snake. What will Snake do? He is in a 4-man battle here with Minato, with Hana Song, and with himself. Oh, Piotrunio! As I spectate him, went from 1st to 6th place. Massive, massive mistake by Piotrunio. That is going to be a O curva by him. So that is going to be very good for Hazard, Taxon, Voyager, and Bresso, who all gained 1 position thanks to that mistake. Very, very close battle here. We are going onto the bridge part, and we have roughly 1.5 minutes left. So it is going to be slowly but surely pretty important to keep yourself on the track. Otherwise, it will be pretty difficult to come back from your blunder. Voyager now with a little blunder. As I mentioned, that touches the wall on the inside of that tunnel. But he will remain on 3rd place. Taxon will get away. And he's actually looking to clock in some very, very good points here. Again, Taxon with a 1st place on the previous map and a 2nd one on this one. That is gonna be very, very good for the total ranking. Bresso now passing checkpoint number 100. And that is gonna look very, very good for him. Oh, he didn't cancel the slide properly. That is gonna lose him a little bit, but he's still on position number 1. Lars now with the overtake on Voyager, and we are coming closer to the end of the track now. Bresso approaching the last couple of corners. We have just a bunch of tunnel corners left, and then it will be the end. Bresso has a 6,300 lead over Piotrunio, so one tiny mistake could potentially throw away the 1st place here. Now onto the grass part we go. Piotrunio still holding strong together with Taxon. This is super, super close. Lars now up to 2nd place, and also Hazard going for the overtake on Piotrunio right here. We have the last couple of corners now coming up the bridge here, and just the final couple of corners left for the players. Bresso still in 1st place. Lars now up to 2nd. Now the loop-de-loop. Who is going to get the best speed out of the loop-de-loop? Everyone will survive. Taxon got a little bit better than Hazard. Taxon up to 3rd place. Lars is struggling, but Lars will stay on 2nd place. It will be Bresso that wins it over Lars, Taxon, Hazard, Piotrunio, Voyager, Quentin, and Meep. We have 3 seconds between the top 8. That is one of the closest races that I have seen in the entirety of XD race. Wow. That was a really, really close one. That was a really, really close one. Bresso will take it with a 0.6 advantage over Lars. Then we have not even 0.2 down to Taxon. 200s between Taxon and Hazard. 1500s between Hazard and Piotrunio. Then we have a little gap down to Voyager. And then a little bit of a bigger gap down to Quentin and Meep. But that was a really, really intense ending right there on map number 2. Amazing. That was a really, really good one. Awesome. So let me just prepare an extra map in case the map that I intended to play, Snow Has Melted, the one that just got skipped by the server. In case that one just continues to fuck up, then I will have another map in reserve. So that one will, however, be Canyon Car on Canyon. Alright. Oh, Roland's brother is playing. That is amazing. Actually haven't seen the other positions. We have Scafan on 9, Marius on 10, Eternity 11, Black Shadow on 12, Shamsi on 13, TMUF on 14, and Ansgar on 15. So pretty good here. Maybe we can have a look at the records so we can see a couple more positions. Nico, Shorty, Nebo, Ebola Kongen, Mikey, Suiram, Arkin, Hanasong, Hype. Hype actually still on 24th. So I think he can be pretty happy about this position. Danik B, Minato, Hotdog, Nod, Table, Lasnox, Detlef, Big Bang, Ice, Snake, Xerex, Leo, Tom, Vassimo, Zehond, Black Dark. And we're gonna have a couple more players finishing here. We have Roland, slowly but surely, Roland actually going back again. He doesn't want to finish, he's gonna go back. So it will be Snowman that takes over his position. Grieveline as well. And Roland yeets himself out of the looping. Amazing performance by Roland. Very nice. Will he finish though? That is the question. I wonder if he missed a checkpoint and now he's just trolling. Roland? I'm not sure if he made it actually. Race Katze this time she's actually finishing. So that's great. Nah, Roland died. Roland didn't get all of the checkpoints. He has missed one of the 115 checkpoints. Ah, Roland, that is very unlucky. Unun. Coming closer. Asteri as well. And other than that, it looks pretty clear. Will Unun finish? Let's see. Asteri as well? I wonder if these two have crossed the finish line. Race Katze, I think, did not get all of the checkpoints. So another DNF here for Race Katze. And other than that, we have Roland. These two are going to be the RIP. So make sure to light some candles to pay some respect for the two fallen soldiers, Roland and Race Katze. 1 candle equals 1 prayer. Yeah, I think you guys can retire. Roll in. TrackMania Grand League champion, Roland from Austria. Unbelievable performance. Really, really good. So let me just make sure that I upload the backup map. So, our third map is gonna be Valley Car on Valley. It will be Ricardo Flick by Table. So this one's gonna be Valley Car on Valley. It is map number 3. This one, quite a technical valley map with a lot of drifts, a lot of dirt, road transitions, a lot of off-road parts as well. But this one, in my opinion, is a very good one as well. So this one's gonna be our third map. And I will just add this one here, which is going to be our last one. So we have 3 warm-ups here, and then we're going to roll it. The leader right now is Bresso, still with 146 points, leading over Taxon 145, so 1 point difference between first and second place. Lars has moved up to third place with 134, tied with Voyager. Marius on position number 5 with 132 points. Hazard with 129, Meeb with 127, Ansgar with 123, Quentin with 122, and Piotrunio with 122 as well. Table already went to spec mode, very nice. And then we have Shorty, Danik B, Table, TMUF, Hannah Song, Detlef, Black Shadow, Minato, Nod, and Ebola Kongen. That is going to be our top 20 after 2 out of 4 maps. And this one's going to be our next one. So a pretty basic map. There isn't really a lot of parts where people could possibly go wrong here, I believe. So, yeah. Let's see and hope that everyone will survive. Here we go, off the start block. We're going to be following Taxon. Or rather, the big pile of cars. And we have Leo right now, who is taking an early lead over Voyager. Oh, Leo now with a small blunder. It gets a little bit of airtime at the top of the hill. So he's going to lose out a little bit. Xerex is doing pretty well here. Xerex actually doing a really good job here in the first 30 seconds of the track. Let's maybe take a look here with the free cam. Where is everyone? Here. So we have TMUF, who is standing still. So TMUF... Oh, his game froze. Okay, that's very unlucky, TMUF. Sorry to hear that. So here's the giant pile of cars. Everyone is off to a good start right now. It looks like the last player is Race Katze. Panimule, who is, I believe, playing with keyboard this time. Normally he's playing with pad. But I think he forgot his pad at home. And now he has to play with keyboard. So that's a little bit unlucky. But yeah. Let's follow Suiram here. Suiram, very experienced player as well. Mawam XDing in the chat. Not sure what happened to Mawam. So I think this one's gonna be taken from Lars. Lars has been doing outstandingly in every single valley. Oh, Suiram now almost jumping into the bush. A couple of others have actually done it. So a little bit of a difficult corner right there. But Lars has not made that mistake. And Marius is in a fight with Meep. So Meep is actually doing very well here on Valley. That is quite a surprise in my eyes. Normally he's mainly known for being a really, really fast canyon player. But also here, it looks like he's doing pretty well here on Valley. Even goes for some break tricks. Passes Marius. So Meep up to second place. Taxon up to third. Marius will lose 2 positions with that little mistake. Then we have Leo, Piotrunio, Voyager, Scafan, again doing pretty good here. Also Ansgar in the mix. Together with Suiram. So this pile of players still very, very close to each other. Let's follow Ansgar, also one of the mappers for the season final of season 1. Now a little forest part. Want to make sure that you don't hit the sides, otherwise your car will flip. Ah! Ansgar! That is Cass's curse. I'm sorry, Ansgar. I'm really, really sorry. Let's take a look at Lars, because I can't really jinx him. Lars is unjinxable. So he's leading right now. And he has accumulated a 3.6 second lead. How does he do that? 4.3 seconds. That guy is absolutely mental. Lars is more than 4 seconds ahead right now. Taxon on second. Marius now getting passed by Voyager. Meep has dropped down a bunch of positions, so he must have made a tiny little mistake. But he can very well catch up to the others. He sees his opponents in front of him. So in case a guy in front of him makes a mistake, he can adapt. And he can make sure that he does not do the same thing. So Meep right now on 6. Also Scafan. I'm really surprised by Scafan's performance. That is really, really good right here. He is on 7th. The Croatian powerhouse putting up a great performance here on this track as well. He is... where is he in total? 28th. He did move up after the previous map. And with this position, he's certainly going to move up a bunch of positions more. But yeah, Lars... the almost unbeatable player on especially Valley cars. Really, really tremendous performance here. He is 5 seconds ahead of Taxon now. Crazy, crazy stuff. Voyager on second. And Taxon Son is in hot pursuit. Ay, ay, ay. That was a wonky approach by Taxon. And that will enable Marius to get back that 3rd place. Couple of break tricks here. But everyone survives. And Lars will extend his lead 5.9 seconds now. Insane performance. Let's go a little further back. Xerex, for example, he was off to a very, very good start. Now only on 26th, so he must have made a couple of very big errors. But he has 2 people in front of him. Quentin and Arkin. Quentin that far behind. That is quite a surprise. I would expect Quentin to do a little bit better with Valley. But yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. Turbo. How is he doing? 14th place for Turbo, which is actually not even that bad, since he's mainly a stadium player. So a 14th place for Taxon is very, very decent. Dexter, position 44, has a couple of players in front of him. Waldfee, Roland's brother. Ooh, Dexter now struggling a little bit. Will get passed by Hannah Song, but then we had Waldfee, who fully stop-picked into the entry of the castle. And Dexter will now go for the overtake on Hannah Song with more speed. Oh, Voyager actually lost a lot of speed right here. He went from 2nd to 4th. So Taxon and Marius will pass him. And Meep is just very, very close behind. Meep now with a lot of speed. And it will be Marius with very, very bad speed over the freewheel. And I know for a fact that he's going to be very, very mad about this one. Because Marius crashed at one of the biggest spots on the map pretty much. Or the longest freewheel sections. Also, Bresso is now closing in. And that is just very, very good for Lars. Because Lars is now so many seconds ahead. This is actually almost illegal what he's doing here. 10.5 seconds ahead. And he wins. Unbelievable. Lars wins with a 10.5 second gap. Or even 11 seconds. This is unreal, dude. Unreal. What the hell is that? Voyager taking 3rd. Then we have Marius taking 4th. Bresso on 5th. Meeb on 6th. Then we have Leo on 7th. Hazard on 8th. Next up is going to be Ansgar, who is taking position number 9. Followed by Scafan. Shorty actually a very good 10th position right here for him. Solide Zeehond on 11. Shamsi coming in closer. No, he's on 12th place. Shamsi on 12. Danik B on 13. Mikey on 14. Then it is Black Shadow, Turbo, Big Bang, Lasnox, Quentin, Cinemini, Nebo, Piotrunio, Nobibo, Snake, Ebola Kongen, Arkin, Nico, Suiram, Zirex, Maxi, and so on and so on. I'm almost out of breath. So this was a very, very good map for most players. Looks like everyone enjoyed this one so far. I see a lot of plus plus. No, Piotruni now with minus minus. He is the hater. And here we see all of the people now closing in. Ceres. Oh, little lag by Ceres, but he survived. Here we have Roland. This time in, he did not miss a checkpoint. So that's great. Wow, what a close 4-man battle this was between Victor, Thor, Skipper, and Wojciech. Then we have Haagse, Mauam, and Ice. Next up is Phobos, and then we have Krupp. Again, a very, very close pack of players. Krupp will be in front of Vinny, Fabian, and Tom. Gurtz up next. Blauschaf coming in. And here we have Lex. Other than that, still a bunch of players remaining on the track. We see Snowman, Race Katze, Panimiul. I think Panimiul, did he get a red time maybe? I don't know. Grieveline. He is gonna make it. Asteri up next, also gonna reach the finish line. Very nice job here by Asteri. Here we had Unun also finishing. Next up is Paddy Productions. Let's see if he's gonna make it. And other than that, again, just Race Katze and Panimiul. Oh, and Snowman as well. Don't forget Snowman. Will he finish? So he will reach the finish line. And yeah, other than that, looks like the majority of the players did not really have a lot of issues. I see Panimilu is actually, he's taking the wrong way. This is definitely not correct, so he probably got lost here somewhere. Snowman still on the track. Let's see if Race Cuts is gonna... Nah, no way. Way too far behind. Race Cuts are once again gonna clock in the DNF here, unfortunately. But yeah, I wonder why the snow car map doesn't work, or why it got skipped by the server. Because that is normally not supposed to happen. The map loads in perfectly fine in solo. So I will have to take a look at that for the next race. So in that case, we're pretty lucky that I still had one map in reserve. One map that I could use as a backup, which is going to be a map for, or by Piotrunio, a canyon car on canyon map. Did I remove it from the jukebox list? Nah, I didn't. I added it earlier, before we started. Then I just juked it, and it just straight up got skipped. So, these are gonna be the 2 DNFs. And other than that, everyone seems to have managed to finish this track, which is very nice to see. And now we're coming on to the final track of race number 1. It is now Taxon. Oh wait, let's see if this map actually loads in first. Maybe? No, it's Valley. Nah, fuck that. Skip. It should play the canyon one. Piotrunio's U-Turn Mania. Yep, that one looks good. So this is gonna be our last map here after the loading screen. There you go. This is gonna be the last map here of race number 1. Piotrunio's U-Turn Mania. The name actually gives away a lot. We have a lot of U-turns here. And this is gonna be a canyon car on canyon map. The total score actually looking as follows right now. Taxon has accumulated a 2-point lead over Bresso with 217 points. He is leading right now. Bresso with 215. Lars has somewhat secured third place for now. That is 207 points for him. Voyager 2 points behind with 205. Marius with 202. Hazard and Meeb with a tie for 6th place. 195 points for both. Ansgar with 188, Shorty with 185, and Danik B with 181. So this is going to be the decider here in the race number 1. After 3 warm-ups that are mainly meant to eliminate all of those red times that are unfortunately still happening, but that is a game issue. That is something that I or the server hoster can't fix. So after the 3 warm-ups, we are going to be going live here. It is a pretty short map. The author time just barely got over 6 minutes. So perhaps we're even going to find some people that will get under 6 minutes here in their first try. So a little bit of a shorter map right here with, yeah, pretty basic turns. It is not really a difficult map, I would say. So the races, I'm pretty sure, are going to be very, very close. So whoever is able to read the map the best will have a very, very good advantage. So here we go. Good luck, have fun with map number 4 out of 4. Here we go. Mawam scratching his balls at the start. He's going to be missing out. But apart from that, it is everyone else who is leaving the start block here. And we are going through the first couple of corners with a very GP heavy beginning. And all in all, the map is also very GP heavy. A lot of platforms, a lot of GP, not really a lot of other surfaces that are being used. Mawam has finished scratching his balls, so he can now also drive. Gladiator has joined the server a little bit too late. He is in there in his muscle car. But yeah, everyone is off to a good start, and let's follow some of the players in the top. Vuffali. Ooh, a little mistake right there on the outside by Vuffali. The Finnish Perkele now on 24th place. So here we have the U-turn, or one of the 530,000 U-turns on this map. The name certainly speaks for itself. Going through the first loop-de-loop here. Wuffeli keeps control over his car, just like everyone else. This is a little bit of a faster paced section right now. Want to make sure that you don't hit any of those bumps. Big bang 1-1-1-2. Fully into the left side barrier right there. So that was a little bit unfortunate. But yeah. Alright, Hot Dog. He is quite an experienced Canyon player. So let's see whether he's going to be able to do some damage. Right now in the lead, it is going to be Voyager and Meep. Both of them actually very, very close to each other. Voyager is lagging a little bit. So hopefully he's not going to be losing out his connection. That would be bad. And this is a very, very close fight here between Meep and Voyager. So Meep, of course, can make something happen on Canyon as well. Depending on how well he's going to be able to adapt to the track. And funnily enough, they have already accumulated a 2-second lead over third place, which right now is Lars. Quentin also a Canyon main. He is on P4. Followed by Taxon. Taxon has lost a couple of positions right here in the double U-turn combination. Taxon down to P11. So it will be Suiram, Marius, Bresso, Shorty, and Black Shadow. And also Table that are going to take advantage from that little mistake by Taxon. Oh! Table almost missing the entry right there, but he will survive and he will accumulate enough speed to get through the loop-de-loop. Taxon, the leader of the race. Oh, struggling a little bit. Now going through the water part, which is meant to slow everyone down. No one has flipped or anything, so Taxon will remain on P11. And if he wants to win the race, he definitely needs to make something happen, because Bresso is 4th. If Bresso keeps this position, Bresso would take over first, and he would win Riolu's XD race number 1. So let's take a look at Bresso here. Little unnecessary slide there by him, but he is still doing solid. Getting attacked by Marius and Quentin. Now we have a very spicy U-turn, which Quentin almost messed up. Went out very wide at the exit, so he will lose out on a little bit of speed here for the uphill. Bresso will get back 1 position, but Marius still being ahead of him so far. Taxon has dropped down even further. He's now down to 12th place. He got overtaken by Hot Dog there, apparently. So Taxon really, really needs to step it up. Eternity in his very amazing car right now on P14. Danik B doing pretty well here in this XD race, actually. Considering that he is a stadium player mainly, Danik B certainly doing a great job here. He is in a fight with a lot of people in front of him. Hazard, Zelida Zehon, Zirex. Also, Eternity and Scafan are all within reach. Black Dark now wants to have a saying as well. Black Dark with the drift around the left-hand corner. Zirex losing out on a lot of speed. Probably released there a lot. And now, want to go slowly here. 90 left-hander. Ooh, Danik B with a tactical wallbang, which actually wasn't that bad. 1 or 2 players got hit there a lot more or a lot worse than him. So a very, very close battle here for these positions. And look who it is. Lars has taken over the lead, but he is being chased in a hot pursuit. Meep has seen this turn really, really well, and he came a little bit closer to Lars right here. So the U-turn into the tunnel, very, very well executed. Meep with an unnecessary wall slide. I don't know where or why he did that, but he's going to lose out on a little bit of time. So it will be Lars, Suiram, Meep, Voyager, and Quentin. A very, very stacked top 5 here going into the last minute of the track. So now it will be do or die. And it looks like Taxon is now completely out of it. Taxon is throwing away the victory in race number 1. He is on 25th place. And that is almost over and out. He might even get thrown back to 3rd or 4th even. And now it is Meep that makes a terrible mistake right there on the platform. Went out too wide. And that is going to cost him multiple positions right there. The Australian powerhouse down to P8. Lars about to win. We are coming onto the last platform section. Suiram is 0.7 behind. Voyager 2 seconds behind. Then we have Quentin and Bresso. And it looks like Bresso might actually win race 1 unless he completely dies at the ending now. Bresso on 5, and it will be Lars that is now going into the final corner. Lars will win map number 4, and he takes it here 3 seconds slower than the alter time. Lars wins in front of Suiram, Voyager, Quentin, Marius, and then it is Bresso, Meep, Black Shadow, Hot Dog, and Shorty. And that will be the win for Bresso. Bresso wins this race. Taxon with the throw of his life right here. Taxon on 28th place. Only 47 points for him. And that is gonna ruin his entire weekend. Light some candles for Taxon. His funeral will be tomorrow at 5. Very, very sad happenings right there for Taxon. He had it in the pocket, and then the pocket just tore apart. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. So, let's take a look here at the finishers. Maybe take a look here at records. So, Hazard took 11th. In front of Table, Zolly the Zeehond, Xerax, Danik B, Eternity, Scafan, Black Dark, Nico, and Broccoli. And yeah, the biggest loser, definitely Taxon. Very, very unlucky. I'm sorry, Xerax. I'm having a stroke. Here we have a little bit of a fight. Lagunium versus Blaues Schaaf. Unun almost lost it. Will almost get overtaken by Asteri there. So Asteri will finish right here in front of Snowman and MTKD. Grieveline still on the track. Race Cuts is still on the track. And that's pretty much about it. So these are going to be the last finishers for now. And then we're going to have a little bit of a break. I'm not sure where Grieveline is on the track right now. I mean, he's not too far behind. There's still 2 minutes and 50 seconds left on the track. I'm not sure about the Race Cuts again. Race Cuts is pretty far behind. Oh, full stopping into the IKEA lamp right there. Yeah, Grieveline definitely will make it. I just wonder. Race Cuts 3 minutes and 10 seconds behind. Should be able to make it. Should be able to make it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be perfectly enough. So this time around, we're actually gonna see everyone finishing? That's crazy. That's crazy. Race Cuts taking it very easily here. Don't want to fall off. Don't drift. Drifting is forbidden. And Race Cuts finishes her first map. And the only one. GG. Very nice. So, that will be the end right here. I hope the results are not going to cuck me. I hope the results are going to be given out properly. But that should not be a problem. But yeah, Bresso wins in front of Lars, Voyager, Marius, Taxon, Meep, Hazard, Shorty, Quentin, and Danik. Red B emoji. GG everyone. Thank you for playing.